Why?
Read it.
What is this for?
Read it. It'll tell you.
This is to notify you that your application for permanent residence has been denied. I'm sorry, it's denied. It says denied.
That's
What a bitch she is.
It says, this is your official welcome to the United States letter.
It is with a great pleasure that we welcome you to permanent residence status in the United States. Well, whatever it is, I'm happy but not totally.
Yes, it took too long. She's angry at them because they took too long.
You know,
Oh,
it's
come
not
on.
the way it's too long. The last time that they interviewed me and made
Made you cry.
me cry in there, and it's like I want my mom right
But
now.
you won. You won.
Huh?
You held tough.
You held tough and
Through
you
all the
won.
adversity. You made it.
You
You're
beat
in.
them.
Okay.
Victory.
That's nice.
Be
Victory is
happy.
yours.
No, I can't be happy. I'm angry at you.
Oh,
Me?
you gotta let it
It's
go.
been 2
Jesus.
days. Come on, you gotta let out.
Because
I get angry at him every day and I gotta just let it go or I'd be nuts.
me, I can't. I don't know why. It's just me.
You'll find life is too short to hang on to anger. It's different if he does something horrible. I mean, really
This is just
horrible.
only I get a paper.
You'll get
You're getting. It
card.
says if you read the whole thing, it says the card will come in a couple of weeks.
Oh, there it is.
See, the reason I opened it, normally I wouldn't have opened it, but I went out and I just saw that there was no card inside, just a letter, and I oh my God,
You
what
start
if it's,
having a panic attack.
what if it's,
I
oh
said,
my
open
God,
it.
what if it's a deportation or what if it's bad? So I gotta open it. I gotta open it. Read it. Okay, it's not bad.
You should have seen him. I mean, he was still having a panic attack because he had gotten so panicky before, and when it was good news, he got so excited, his heart was beating. I thought I was going to have to call the medics for him and tell him, yeah, he's having a panic attack because he just got real good news. And they'd say, what?
So that means I don't have to wait for my work permit.
No, I think you still have to wait for your
Do
work
you?
permit.
I wondered about that.
What? I can't work without my work permit?
I would think you could because
Well,
you might.
I'm
check
gonna
into
have
it.
this. I think they just gonna.
well, okay.
Well, I would check.
Why don't you call? Do you know it? Do you have the numbers of any of your friends who have green cards? And ask them if they need.
If you need.
I mean, they've all got their permanent resident. I mean, this is your 2-year conditional, and they've already gotten their 2 years where they have their absolute legal residence status. So it may be different for them.
No, I will. Yeah, I will call
But
Valerie.
you could check with somebody whether you could even check at Warm Beach. I would think they would know whether you have to. You know, I wondered that later, and I forgot to ask Bob. I thought, now does she have to wait for her work permit? I do know, remembering back to my youth, that to do certain jobs you have to get a work permit.
Yeah, because I think I did. What did I understand for having the green card thing is you were free to work.
Yeah, that's. I
and
would
stuff.
ask to make sure because that would be important. If you don't need to wait to get a work permit,
Yeah.
and you know.
Okay.
See?
I don't know why, but I'm not really that much happier. Like, God, I get it.
You
No.
should be because it takes
I
the
don't
whole
know,
weight
Mom.
off you.
I don't
Probably
know, Mom.
in the middle
because-
of the night she'll start jumping or jump up.
I told you she wouldn't be that happy. See,
Yeah.
I told you she's bitter. She's bitter about the whole
You
experience.
can't hold on to bitterness. You're gonna look older than me pretty soon. Amara will say, "You look younger than Analiza too." She already says it about Andrew's mother. That she told Andrew's mother that she had more wrinkles than I did. And then she told Siobhan that Grandma looks younger than Nana Pam. And I says,
God, I don't
tell
have
her
a
not to
bras
tell
on.
Nana Pam that.
no,
Don't-
no one would have known if you hadn't said anything.
What?
Now they all know. No one knew. Nobody watching this video would have known except, oh, okay.
No,
What
there's
is it
not in
they
there.
know now?
They know that she's
Because
not wearing a
I don't
bra.
have a bra on.
I'm not either. I took mine off.
Yeah, well, that's why her knees look so big.
What?
They're
See?
not down to my knees.
Yeah.
I just thought I was so uncomfortable.
Yeah, I don't like having a bra on.
And
If I could just-
lately,
Me
mine
neither.
has been rubbing.
You don't have to wear a bra.
So that
I did
I've
it.
got a big rash
I did it
underneath
for fun.
each one. And I sat here tonight just so miserable. I said, why do I have to keep it on? I'm in here alone. Nobody's here
Yeah.
that matters. And so I just took it off and I said, and I let it all hang out.
Yeah.
From green card to red udders.
Oh,
No,
God.
we've strayed
Why
far
you're seeing
afield.
things in a thing?
We've strayed far afield from the original subject of this documentary.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Mom, you remember was just Mom is just go and sponsor me.
Yes, she
Yeah,
did.
put that in there.
Well, we will.
your thing.
It's in there.
Yeah.
Yes, she co-sponsored you. And
If not, then I'm not gonna be here.
that earns her the
put
right
that
to
in your
talk about
video.
her underbreast redness. It has to be
And how I'm trying to emulate my
has to be read into
daughter-in-law
the
by going
record.
braless. I don't want her to feel alone.
No, everybody, let's jump rope.
No.
That reminds me of a movie I showed up at the movie night up at Jack's. I hadn't watched it. It was by some gay underground filmmaker. And the first film was fine. There was nothing off the wall about it. Then the second film starts, and it's a bunch of naked men with huge dongs jumping rope.
Oh.
So they're up and down. I go, okay, I think we've seen enough of this guy's movies for tonight. You know, I didn't know. I said I didn't know. I hadn't watched it ahead of
Sounds
time.
interesting to me.
Oh, you'd love it. I can get it for you if you
No,
want.
no.
Yeah.
It's that guy. Bruce knows the guy. Or he did. The guy died a couple of years ago. But Bruce was friends with the guy. His name was James Broughton. He was actually married to the film critic who I hated, Pauline Kael. But married, but gay, you know. And I mean, this movie was about as gay as you could get. I mean,
Why would you want to marry a gay guy?
you know, there's a surprising number of women who marry
Yeah.
gay guys, and there's
You
this.
didn't do anything really gay.
And Paul Bowles, a gay novelist, married Jane Bowles, a lesbian writer, and you know, so. who
Well, I had
knows?
a friend who married a gay guy, but
How do you live?
well, she didn't know he was gay.
Oh,
and
my
I think
God.
he was fighting because he lives right up here past in Bow, past Cedro Woolley. Really neat guy. I even had a crush on him.
And
when we
as it
met.
happens, his boyfriend's name is Cedro Woolley,
No,
his part of him is
boyfriend's
Woolley.
name is Daniel.
and in honor.
But Maybeth, who had her daughter the same day I had you, Bob,
That's important.
found out about it years later, you know, and they got a divorce. And, you know, I asked Gladys, her sister, who was married to his brother, I said, why, you know, why'd they get a divorce? And she kind of hemmed and hawed around, and I says, he's gay, isn't he? And she says, yeah, how did you know? Just something, he never acted gay, real good looking guy, and we email each other all the time, me and him, and I write to him and Daniel. I mean, he's older than I am now, and
Now,
Maybeth died.
in honor of your legal status now.
What?
Oh, say, can you see by dawn's early light?
Okay.
For
What
though
so
proudly we hailed
At
o'er
the
the twilight's last gleaming,
whose
broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous night.
And
Oh,
the
the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rockets' red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave.
You've got to learn that now, you know.
I should,
Look at,
cause
see, we learned it when we were kids, and think how long ago that was for me.
well, I need the lyrics more.
And singing, yeah, the lyrics are so good too. Singing it is almost as much torture as listening to it.
And then
So,
there's, oh, beautiful,
Oh, God.
for spacious skies, for amber waves of grain. And
the purple mountains' majesty above the fruited plain. America, America, God shed His grace on thee, and crown thy good with brotherhood from sea to shining sea.
I'm sure if the neighbors hear us, they're wondering, what the hell is going on?
Oh, I thought we was patriotic, but listen to them people.
They're already celebrating
It's not
the 4th
even
of
the
July.
4th yet. And look at them singing the anthems and everything.
Well,
Hey, Mammy, go get the spam platter. Let's go talk to them people.
Yeah, we need some Spam. That's a good old American standby.
oh
Have you ever eaten it?
no.
Or as
Oh,
Monty,
it's
or as
horrible.
Monty Python sang, spam, 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 spam. But that was another thing
It's
completely.
canned meat. And Bob's friend was, which one was it?
Randy Yamanaka.
Randy Yamanaka. His parents loved Spam. The cupboards were filled with it.
Yes.
And
Yeah.
You know, and
Spam.
what's strange is his parents were not like.
Why is that? It's like a meat of
It's
beef.
a
or-
really
It's-
cheap, horrible kind of pork ground up and fused into like
it
a
looks almost
chunk
gelatinous.
that's in a can. The only thing that's good about it is it has a key. It's in a metal can and a key. So if the atom bomb goes off and you're in your basement and you have lots of spam, you can open it with a key. You don't need a can opener.
Yeah.
And you can live on it. And so they had a lot of, maybe they were survivalists. But the thing is, his parents were not like trailer trash or anything.
They were well-to-do. They
His
were college
parents,
professors.
yeah, both of his
so-
parents were like college professors. I mean, they had lots of money and they were well educated. But he tried to give it to his dog. I mean,
The dog would.
he had me taste it, and I'm going,
Oh, I've tried it. People say, if you fry it, it's real good. So I tried it. I said, no, it's...
but he put it down on the floor for his dog. He says, my dog will eat anything. So I put it down. The dog comes up and walks away. I said, yeah, sure. Well, there are limits, aren't
But there are people who love it, and it's. I suppose I could eat it if we were in a air raid shelter and had been bombed and you couldn't go out and there was no other food. I don't know. I might choose starving to death instead.
I don't think so.
Yeah. Well.
See, she can remember back. We celebrated her getting that letter by singing to
Yeah.
her.
Yeah.
And
Yeah, it's in there.
40
so-
years from now, well, you'll be dead by then. She'll say, my old husband and his old mother.
No, I'm not gonna say old thing.
Yeah.
My
Sometimes
dead
I call her
husband
oldie,
and
that's
his
all.
long dead mother.
I used to call them the smarts. Now I call them the deads. But
Yeah.
they sang to me one other night that I got. I don't know why she's got a southern accent. Suddenly she's talking like a redneck. Well, she's been in America a long time.
Yeah.
Who's she been hanging out with?
Oh.
She must have moved to a trailer park or something. I don't know.
Oh. Well, that's nice.
Okay.
Are you happy now?
Yeah. Thank God
Yeah.
it
Yeah.
came.
Because I don't know how many more songs I could sing.
A lullaby.
Yankee Doodle, yeah.
A Yankee Doodle.
Yankee
Did
Doodle.
you hear me playing that Cry by Johnny Ray?
Yeah.
I remembered that because something made me remember it the other day, and I remembered the words to it. And I was telling Siobhan that it was a song I loved when it came out. But what I did I'd go to USO dances at Fort Lewis on the bus 2 nights a week, and I used to entertain everybody on the bus by singing that song, but very dramatically, like I was crying, and I mean, and I think about it now, and I think, how could I have done that? I wasn't even drinking or anything, and there I was singing at the top of my lungs, and the bus driver, a soldier, is laughing his butt off. I mean, they were all laughing like crazy. I did it for laughs, but I couldn't, and so it made me look at it. I thought, I wonder if it's on the internet. And I found it and sent the link to Siobhan, and she played it. She says, that's beautiful. It was beautiful. I had forgotten what a really good voice he had. And that song had meaning to it, and my other favorite one he did was called The Little White Cloud That Cried. That one was very meaningful. Those were my two favorites. And it's like, I sat and played them several times because it took me way back, to some good times. But it was funny that I thought of that when Amara was here.
So I want to officially hand you your notification.
I want to welcome you permanently now.
Welcome to our fair country, beautiful madam.
Am I not welcome yet?
You were welcomed by us, but now you're welcomed by everybody.
The whole country welcomes you now.
Barack Obama welcomes you.
Well, I hope he will stand over
today
here
and said, welcome.
Yes. He said, Analiza, welcome to America. He pauses a lot when he talks.
Yeah, that's what he does.
Yeah. I'm sure it was him.
Yeah.
We're very gullible people.
Yeah.
So.
Gullible people.
All right. Well, take a bow so that I can end the tape. Thank you.
Why are you bowing to? The video we're gonna bow to.
So he gets the top of your head.
I'm very courteous.
Courteous.
Yes. Okay.
I'll have to tell Siobhan Bob and I sang those two songs. She'll say, what?
It was spontaneous.
Yes.
And spontaneous isn't something I actually do all that often.
I think it's the first time you and I have sang together.
First and last.
Yes.
What do you mean first and last?
Thing,
Yeah. I think you should have that kind of things that son and mother bonding.
Yeah, it kind of makes you want to go do karaoke, doesn't it? Yeah.
Well, I have a karaoke. I don't have a
CD. The only song I ever sang, I used to get up in nightclubs and ask if I could sing with the group that was playing. I was drunk then, so I can understand why I did it. But the only song I sang, I got up with a Hawaiian group and sang Hawaiian War Chant. And, and my friend Danny, I got up one night at a club. I was wearing this black leather jacket, and I got up and sang, and she's laughing her butt off. And when I got down again, she says, you look like you probably had your motorcycle running out in the alley and you were going to run out and jump on it, But she used to talk me into doing that kind of stuff.
Now what alcohol used to do, now natural brain degeneration does.
Yeah. Except the trouble is, I've lost my beautiful voice. Believe it or not, I used to have a pretty good voice. I took singing lessons and all that. I could sing up to high C. See, she isn't even listening to me.
Yeah, I did.
But now I can't get above middle C because of smoking and all that. But I used to be able to sing pretty good.
That's too bad. Yeah, well.
So the lesson to you, now that you're in America, is
don't
smoke.
I didn't smoke.
I know, but that's the lesson.
Yeah.
No.
Grandma is don't let that happen to you. It could happen. Cigarettes, alcohol.
Well, my dad, my grandmother, I can't blame some people love smokes, but it's my grandmother and my dad.
They both smoke?
Yeah, they both smoke, but my dad just stopped now because the doctor, he
Yeah.
was been hospitalized and everything, and his lungs have different things in it, like
See,
whatever
my
it is.
lungs, they've taken x-rays, they're still good. And
His
when
lungs
I,
have
when I
holes,
went
ma.
in for my first
Holes,
heart
yeah.
attack,
Yeah, have holes.
yeah, see, I don't, mine are fine.
So that was
My
too bad.
first heart attack, this doctor came in to check me out when I wanted to go home, and he had been lecturing me about smoking, really kind of mean to me about smoking. And so he's got his face, facing backwards right here with a stethoscope on my back, listening to my lungs. And so his face is right next to mine, and he says, "Boy, those are good, strong lungs, just the way we like them." And I turned to his face like this, and I says, "And that's despite smoking for 50 years." And you could tell he got really pissed off. But what could he say? He had
Yeah.
just said my lungs were strong and
Yeah.
good.
It's
And
like, for them, it's like, how could that be happen?
yeah,
'Cause-
I mean,
Well, it's a physical technique called compensatory bellowing. It strengthens the lungs.
yeah, I
and keeps
yell
them
a
strong.
lot, see, and that gets all that poison out.
Oh, is that it?
That's why I yell, that's the only reason. For
Oh.
my health.
Okay. I didn't know that thing.
Yeah, well, no, I just didn't, I assumed you did, but
Well, that's a good thing then, that you need to yell.
yeah. And see, and I've got the perfect one to yell at, so, I don't know what I'll do. They'll think I'm nuts once we don't live together and I just have to yell at the cats or something.
I'm what you might call the lightning Rob.
Yeah, lightning Rob. Yes.
Yeah. Okay,
What? I already bow and everything.
I know. That was a premature ending. Yeah. Say goodnight, Gracie.
What? Good night.
Good night, Gracie.
Good night,
Gracie.
Gracie.
Okay.